my dear scientists, representatives from the startups, award winners, distinguished dignitaries, and who are watching this event virtually. I'm sorry, there seems to be some problem with the net. I am pleased to join this valedictory and award session of the Global Bio India. Biotechnology has emerged as the backbone of various industrial sectors in recent times. Its application in healthcare and pharmaceutical sector, agriculture, and food processing have had a profound impact on the quality of human lives. It has also become the driving force of significant transformation. But it also had impact on the human lives. India's biotechnology industry is built on 4 core beliefs of entrepreneurship, innovation, and development of local talent, and demonstrating high-value-based care. India ranks amongst the top 12 preferred destinations for biotech in the world. This has been primarily due to the strong foundation laid by the government through the Department of Biotechnology, which was established in 1986 with a mandate to create a strong enabling environment for the growth of this sector. I am happy to note that the efforts of the government have helped in effective engagement with all the stakeholders by not only providing financial support but also in introducing key policy changes as and when necessary. The biotech sector is growing exponentially in India with approximately 3% share in the global biotechnology space. India is the leader in the global supply of DPT, BCG, and measles vaccine. Thanks to the consistent efforts over the last few decades, the biotech sector in India enabled our country to respond effectively to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is gratifying to note that India is at the forefront of the fighting that's going on across the globe vis-a-vis the pandemic, particularly in terms of manufacturing vaccines, diagnostics, and therapeutics. I express my appreciation to the Department of Biotechnology for working relentlessly to mitigate the COVID-19 induced health crisis through development of diagnostics, vaccines, monoclonals, and novel protection equipment, besides extending support to startups, scaling up diagnostic capacity, and rapid regulatory response. In tune with the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family, and our age-old philosophy of share and care, India supplied COVID vaccine to several countries, drawing praise from the World Health Organization. Its Director General has thanked the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi for supporting vaccine equity and observed that sharing vaccine doses is helping over 60 countries to vaccinate their health workers and other priority groups. My dear sisters and brothers, India is unique in this position to transform the transition from biotech industry to a bioeconomy. India stands as an example to the rest of the world in showing that a culture of science and innovation can help in meeting public health goals both within India and globally. In line with the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, India has taken a leading role in the manufacturing of diagnostics, medical equipment, and vaccines. We are able to quickly ramp up our testing capacity and to take over 1 million samples for testing COVID-19 every day, spanning almost 1,900 laboratories across the country. I must compliment the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology for adopting a proactive approach and supporting various research programs in modern biology and biotechnology, building its capacity in innovative areas of research, developing requisite infrastructure, building new partnership, and nurturing the existing ones. The contribution of the autonomous institutes and the PSUs to the R&D efforts are also noteworthy. I am told that the government through DBT and its PSU, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, BIRAC, has supported more than 3,500 technology-driven entrepreneurs, startups and SMEs. I am happy to note that a network of 55 bio-incubators have been built which helped innovators to create a pool of intellectual wealth. Over 260 IPs have been filed and supported the launch of more than 200 products and biotechnologies in the market. As we move ahead, we have an ambitious target of becoming $150 billion industry by 2025 and contribute to a knowledge and innovation-driven economy. I'm glad the government continues to support the development of biotech parks, taking into consideration the priority of developing a well-linked innovation ecosystem. It is creating incubation of infrastructure and support mechanisms to enable a smooth transition from research to commercialization. The government is rightly focusing on building an effective industry-academia interface, providing access to specialist facilities, providing mentorships and hand-holding the entrepreneurs. Recognizing the immense potential of the biotech sector, the government has eased regulatory approval for the ecopreneurs. I am pleased to note that these initiatives have resulted in multifold impact as seen in the number of innovators, technologies and products, incubation space and IPS generated in the last year despite the pandemic. It is also heartening to note that fertile ecosystem has attracted numerous international collaborations in advanced manufacturing process and data analytics to develop India as an exporter of process technologies and new business models. In view of the attractiveness of India's value proposition and comparative advantage in bioeconomy, the Make in India initiative or Atmanirbhar Bharat will help in achieving the paradigm shift from biotech to bioeconomy. I am sure that the new policy actions would result in the growth of a sustainable bioeconomy. The biotechnology-based program launched by the Department of Societal Development to benefit the vulnerable sections of society, particularly the farmers, women and SC/ST population, is a laudable initiative. The huge potential of biotechnology sector must be fully leveraged to come up with new interventions to address the challenges faced by agriculture and allied sectors. The COVID-19 pandemic has reinforced the need to be ever vigilant for taking the outbreak of sudden and unforeseen epidemics and pandemics. Our scientists and researchers must always be ready to combat new and emerging diseases. With about 50% of India's population below the age of 25 years, biotech sectors offers a vast potential to upskill our youth in this area. I urge the academia and the industry to join hands and engage proactively in imparting training and skills to the youth. That is the need of the hour. As we move forward, it is imperative to focus on sustainability and scaling up of innovations, innovators and enterprises, and create a more vibrant knowledge and innovative ecosystem. I would like to compliment the startups whose achievements were showcased in this session. I do hope that some highly innovative products that have been launched will benefit a large population of our country and also across the globe. My heartiest congratulations to all the awardees. My best wishes to the biotechnologists who are working tirelessly for a better tomorrow and happiest planet. I would like to compliment the Minister, Dr. Harshavardhan, who is working hard, and also the Secretary and other people who are all involved in this. And also I would like to compliment all other stakeholders who have all joined this effort, including the private sector, in a big way. My congratulations to one and all. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I once again feel sorry for the disruption we had on account of net disturbance. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.